Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Pennsylvania Northern 2.0. My name is Jacob, and today, I know I haven't really posted in a while. I've been kind of caught up with life, doing track, and working on school, and getting out of high school, and all of that. So, I haven't really had that much time to get down to the layout room. But don't worry about all of this. This is all going to be cleared away by the time the monthly layout update comes in. Sorry for the noises upstairs. My dogs and my little brother are running around or whatever. But, so, in this video, I thought I would do my opinions on weathering, especially locomotives, and keeping them clean. So, let's get right into the video. So, let's start off with the pros of weathering. This is my SD70 ACE from Kato. I put my own decoder in it, and I've been trying to speed match it with my C40 -9 C40, which has gone a little haywire. So I'm trying to get another one of these guys, or well, not this one in particular, the primer heritage locomotive for Norfolk Southern. I'm trying to get a hold of, so that is why this guy isn't really on the channel. But back to the weathering. This was my first locomotive that I weathered. The first car that I weathered was this old Bachmann boxcar. Don't know why that slipped my mind. From a Bachmann kit, or the Bachmann starter kit with the GP38 or the GP30, I want to say, in the Santa Fe orange and or yellow and blue paint scheme. I don't think I have the locomotive anymore. It's kind of gone because it was kind of old Bachmann, and we all kind of know how old Bachmann is. But new Bachmann, which is this guy and that guy back there, I actually have started to fall in love with. Just a minor quirks, that the sound is automatically on, unlike the scale train stuff where you can start up the locomotive. But that's for another video of comparing these two locomotives. I weathered this guy for the first time, first locomotive weathered. I think it came out pretty good. And this is my newest weather job for the Pennsylvania Northern, and I think this came out very well. This is a -8 in the regular Norfolk Southern paint scheme, and I decided to touch it up with a little bit of loving, I guess you could say. If you use it, or if the railroad uses them a lot, I guess you could say loving. So this is my -8, and I think this turned out pretty good as well. Both sides are weathered, all of it's weathered, painted the bottom, and I'll go over an easy way to do this without an airbrush, because I did mine with an airbrush, but you can do this without an airbrush. So I'm thinking about picking up another -8, just so I could weather it, because this guy right here is on my I will never weather you list. And here's why. The amount of detail on here, and this being my first scale trains locomotive, I don't want to wreck it. Scale trains locomotives, as most of us know, are not cheap. They're not on the cheaper side. This is around $250, $230. $250. I got this at my local hobby shop for like $200. So it's a $50 price difference, but with that $50 price difference, you get separately applied grab irons, and you get separately painted little MU hoses here and all of that. This isn't a comparison between the two, but I have noticed that most of Norfolk Southern's locomotives are cleaner than dirty. And I don't know if I'm just looking at newer pictures of locomotives, but when I was doing my research for the SD70, I could not find a single picture of a weathered SD70. And I think it's either the -9 or the -8 that are known as the toasters, I think it is, because they like to catch fire. And that's what I have simulated here. And I have to do a little bit more to the top, but that's kind of what I simulated here. But all in all, Norfolk Southern doesn't have dirty locomotives. They normally keep their locomotives fairly clean. Especially when I was down at the Allentown Freight Yard not too long ago, their locomotives there are pretty clean. Living by steel stacks, or the name Bethlehem Steel, I get to see a lot of Norfolk Southern. And there's an SD70 that services here. There's a SD70 Mac that services around here. And the only weathered locomotives that I notice are the Bethlehem or the Hotel Bethlehem. It's been a long day. The locomotives from Bethlehem Steel, and not the ones that are on display, the ones that are still in use, the little pushers, the little, I don't know the technical name off the top of my head, but they're the little yard locomotives, and they have been around for a while, and they're really weathered. So I'm gonna kind of have this on my layout, but not too much. This, on the other hand, I'm gonna have a lot of. Now, with cars, I have a couple pre-weathered cars. I'm gonna have to fix that one up because it was the way it's weathered isn't correct. So I'm just going to touch it up a little bit. I got this from my local hobby shop in the section where they have a section for people that want to sell things. So that's where I got that. So I'm not going to totally take away from their artwork, but I am going to touch it up a little bit and make it look more prototypical. Not to shame anybody. He did a great job on it. And yeah, so that I'm just going to touch up a little bit and paint it appropriately and add on to the weathering and not just keep it like it is. I also have a CSX covered hopper over there that's also weathered. And you will notice that most of my buildings are weathered. And that's because because I live around the area that I live in, I go to places like Jim Thorpe, which I have a video on my channel about rail fanning up there. And that's kind of what I based my two buildings on, is buildings I saw in Jim Thorpe. They're very old and on a mountain, so it kind of isn't the same, but I modeled what I saw up there on these. And for my coal mine, or coal power plant, it's also very weathered. And I'm going to be doing a video on that when I do my my Hershey factory. I'm gonna do some videos on how to weather. So, those are my thoughts. That Norfolk Southern normally keeps their locomotives fairly clean. And not very many of them are this dirty. I just painted this way because that's how I like it. And I also painted that guy and the, if it will focus, the little MU hoses too as well. But Norfolk Southern doesn't have dirty locomotives. Yes, Norfolk Southern has a bad rap lately, but we can look over that to look at the locomotives themselves. Now, I do have a Santa Fe locomotive. I believe it's an ST24 here. I just put this here so that it evened out. So, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see anything, like I said, please comment. I'm open to any suggestions for anything, whether that be HO, and you name it. I'll work my hardest to get that video out. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support as I start this channel. And I know I only have like 30-some videos up, but I want to thank you guys for that. You guys motivate me every time to make a new video, so I'm gonna keep making them. And I want to thank you very much for supporting my dream that I've always had. So, I will see you guys in the next video, which will most likely be my monthly layout review, which you will see pretty much everything that went on this month, which it looks like there has been a lot that went on, and there has been. So, that's your sneak peek of the week. I will see you guys in the next video.